this is Jennifer. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my channel where I talk about all the crafty things I get up to, life updates, whatever is going on. Today is Flosstube number 15, so I'm going to talk about my stitching, and then I have a tiny bit of sewing I'm going to show, and then I'll give you an update of kind of what I've been up to lately, but I'll do that at the end in case you aren't interested. So my handle here across social media and on YouTube is Little Paper Bear Co. That's where you can find me. I will link all that information below. I don't really have much to talk about today because I've been gone for 3 weeks. So you would think I would have a lot of stitching to show, but I've been gone for 3 weeks. I was gone for a week, and being gone and preparing to be gone and coming home from being gone, there's been a lot going on. So I'll do life updates later on, but I don't have, unfortunately, that much stitching, so it should be pretty short. So let's get into it. I probably won't do timestamps today because there's not really much to timestamp. So anyways, so I'm going to talk about what I've been stitching. So I don't have any new starts. I don't have any finishes. I am going to start up front with one piece of haul because it goes along with my finished cross stitch piece. So if you've watched the channel before, or if you're someone that's actually bought my pattern, one, thank you so much for your support, but also you may have seen that I made my own cross stitch chart inspired by Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And I finished it a while back and showed it in a previous video. I have not fully finished it yet because I haven't found the perfect frame or piece for it yet. So I do need to fully finish it soon, but I did want to show you what I got today to display kind of with it. And maybe this is weird, I don't know, but look what I got. It's the trolley, and it actually rolls. It's completely made of wood. I'll tell you a story real quick and then we'll go into stitching. So maybe I will timestamp. My husband started a new job, so he's been traveling. It's a large travel job, so he's been gone a lot. Another adjustment, but it's been great. But he was randomly in, I don't remember where it was, Washington, Pennsylvania, somewhere in Pennsylvania. And he was driving on the phone with me and he said, oh, the train, car, and trolley museum or something. He said something along those lines. And I was like, go, turn around, go to it. I bet they have Mr. Rogers stuff. And I want to point out, I'm not like a obsessed person with Mr. Rogers, but because I had done my piece and because I loved it as a kid, I just thought, oh, go and maybe you'll find something that I can put with my finishing. He's like, well, okay. He was done for the day. He turns around, he goes. He video calls me from the museum. It's a really cool place. You can like ride on these trolley cars, I guess. I don't think we'll ever go to that place, like me and my kids, but it would be fun if we did. So anyways, he went to the little gift shop for me and video called me from there, and they had lots of cute things. And they had like a little tiny wooden kind of one that wasn't that good. And then they had this one, and I was like, and it was not inexpensive, but I was like, it's so realistic. And so I just thought it was cool. And I'm going to have my piece displayed with this. So anyways, I know I did that backwards in reverse, haul at the end, but I just wanted to show that real quick since it went with one of my finishes. So anyways, so I did not have any new starts today. Have not had any new starts in a while, but I did work on my whips. So I did attend Harvest Moon Hangout put on by Lindy Stitches over the last weekend, and that was really fun. I actually got on there quite a bit on Friday night. I was on there for like 5 hours chatting with people and speed dating. So if I talked to you in there, or if you recognized me, there were so many kind people and several people that like recognized me from my Flosstube, which was flattering, but also like, I don't know, embarrassing. I don't know, but everybody was so sweet, and I got to chat with some awesome people. So if you were there, hi, or leave a comment or say hi in the chat or whatever, or in the comments. But I got a decent amount of stitching done. Not a ton, but a decent amount. Mostly what I worked on though was my plant witch. So I'll pop a picture up of what she's going to look like in the end, but this is Plant Witch by Nathnolu. You can find the chart on Etsy. And I have completely finished the witch and this plant. So now all that's left is like a larger plant and some ghosts up here. And she's so cute. I love it. Love, love, love her. And I've talked about this before. This is my project that kind of went back to Ada on. This is 14 count Grace Notes Reese Ada. And I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm gonna keep an Ada project going just to have on the go because it's super easy to stitch on. And I'm using just called for DMC on her. So super duper cute. So I anticipate I will finish her hopefully in the next week or so. I really don't know. My stitching time has kind of become less. The next thing I worked on at Harvest Moon Hangout was when I was done doing Plant Witch for a while, I switched over to my Santa September 2025 sal that I started on September 1st. I have not gotten much done on it because I was gone a good chunk of September. But that's okay. It's more of like a start along than a stitch along. I don't really have any real plans other than to finish it by Christmas or to get it done so I can have it up for Christmas, hopefully. But if you're joining me for that also, thank you so much. It's been fun seeing your stitches. For this one, I am stitching Holiday Stroll by Teresa Kogut. This is on Bestitch Me Hot Cocoa 32 count linen, and I am using a over-dyed conversion, but it's very similar to the DMC. I just wanted some variegation in some of the larger swatches of color like Santa's coat. Hopefully it's coming out a little bit. So I think last time I showed this, I talked about the snowman and his color not popping. I did end up ripping out the color that's still in his head. So his head color, I'm gonna pull out and I've replaced it with what's down here. So I did frog my outline and I started that anew, and then I'm gonna have to pull out his head as well and fix that, but I'm much happier with this brighter white than I was before. And then I did all of, whoop, come on now, Santa. I did all of this, a lot of this fill-in on his coat. I don't even know if I had the cat done last time, but a lot of fill-in. So eventually he'll get a head and arms and legs at some point. But yeah, I'm really excited to have another piece to display in my house at Christmas. So that was my other whip. My final whip, and it's close to a finish. I didn't quite make it there, but it is my September block of my Hands-On Design A Year of Celebrations, Season 2. Well, here, I'll just show it. I'm stitching it on one large piece. This is 25 count Prim Lori Holt Lugana, and I am using the color conversion from Kimberly of Fat Quarter Shop. So I am working on September, which is right here. It's apples and then some mason jars with, which I'm assuming are like Black-Eyed Susans, I believe. So I'm almost finished. I mostly just have to do the top, which is the month, and there's some crows up there, and I think I have a few stitches down here. So we're getting there. I'm so excited because really, like, I'm not a person that stitches a lot of large projects, right? Like, I do have a long dog, but I haven't touched it in months, and it's just, it's a lot of fabric to manage, and that's not really what I stitch. However, because I've stitched this all in one piece, I think it's like super impressive to have all that stitching, for me anyways. So I can't wait to have this done. I'm really gonna try and get it done so that I can get it framed by the new year. and have it in my house all the time. So I'm super excited. I'll give you one more look. So we've got here, let's look at month to month. January, February, March. April was one of my favorites. May, June, July. August is my favorite so far. And now September. October is like a big white pumpkin. I don't remember November. And then December, I think, is like some houses. Like Christmassy type houses. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I'll put pictures up of everything and what it's supposed to look like. So literally that's all the stitching I did. I do have one thing of sewing to show, so I'll show that, and then I'll talk life updates, and then we'll be done. So this will be a quick one. So I think it was last weekend. It wasn't even, last weekend, my husband took my daughter somewhere. I don't even remember where he took her. So I had some free time just with my son at home, and he was busy playing by himself. So I decided to stitch up this ghost block. This is, I think it's just called Ghost Block. And it is a pattern by Stacy Lee Creative. She has a full video tutorial for it on her YouTube channel, so I will link it below. And if I can't remember if the tutorial has the measurements in it. I did go ahead and buy the pattern just because I like to have the pattern. But if you follow her tutorial, it was pretty easy. The only kind of trouble I had was with my half square triangles. This is the first time I've ever done any sort of piecing that isn't just patchwork squares sewn together. So this is my first ever kind of traditionally pieced block, and I had never done half square triangles before, and for me they were fairly small, so I don't know, they got a bit wonky on the bottom, but it's fine. It's a ghost. It doesn't matter. So I think this is super cute. I'm super proud of myself. I think he's gonna be either a project bag, or I have several other ghost or Halloween patterns that are foundation paper pieced. Specifically, like I have a ghost cat and some other things. So I was also thinking of doing kind of a few more and making some sort of throw or wall hanging. I'm not sure yet. It might sit for a minute. But anyways, or I could do like 3 more of him in different colors and make some little wall hanging or like throw quilt or something. Regardless, it's super cute. It was super easy. So I'm really happy with that. So that was all of my crafty goodness today. I do have a lot of things I purchased recently. I bought stuff at Harvest Moon Hangout. I bought stuff from, Back Quarter Shop and different things here and there. I went to a quilt shop recently, and I've been buying some more fabric. But I'm not going to show them today because it's just too much. But I will say that I am planning soon in the next few weeks to go on a trip. So I'm hoping to hit up some LNS stores, local needle stores. I'm hoping to hit up like Color and Cotton and then a few other ones on my journey because it's going to be a road trip I take with my kids. So I'm hoping to hit up a few stores. So if I do get to those, I will definitely show haul at that point and kind of take you along with me if I can. I'll just share a little bit about what's going on too now. If you just came for stitching, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. I know there's lots of Flosstube and channels out there. If you want to stay up to date with me, just subscribe to my channel, and always, if you can, hit that like button. That definitely helps keep me in your feed. So the last few weeks have been really busy. So in the first part of September, me and my family went to Montana. We had a family wedding for my sister-in-law who got married, and my children were actually in the wedding. So my son was the ring bearer and my daughter was a flower girl. I'll put a few pictures and maybe a short video clip up at the end. It was our first time flying together as a family of 4. And honestly, the first time flying with my husband and my son together, because I've only ever flown with my son, my husband has not. So the flight up there, we did have direct flights, which was nice. We had a lot of luggage though. And then the flight up was pretty good. We were in Montana from, I think, Thursday until Tuesday. And we stayed on property of where they were having the wedding. So it was like this lodge. And then they also had kind of like a little suite on there as well. So we stayed in that with my in-laws. So it was really beautiful, and Montana was beautiful. I really want to go back. We did not have time to like go to like Glacier or do any sort of things like that. So next time, but we got to spend a lot of time with family, and that was really nice. And Montana's pretty. We ate a lot of good food. We went to an insectarium, so that was really fun because we like animals and bugs and things like that. And my sister-in-law volunteers there, so she wanted to take us there. But yeah, it was great. It was a great trip. Our flight home, not so great. Screaming child almost the whole flight. So that was a little bit rough. And then we had to drive 3 hours home, but it was okay. But we came back tired. And so between like that trip being gone and then like the preparing and the recovery time, it was a good 10 or more days of just doing that sort of stuff. And then my husband had to turn around and leave to go on a business trip. So we've just been really busy. So trying to get back into routine has been hard, getting back to the school routine because my son missed several days of school, which is fine. He's in it's preschool, but still it's been tricky. And then adjusting to dad being gone and whatnot. But yeah, so my husband leaves again in the next few days. So he'll be gone again. And then coincidentally, we are going to be gone again as well, at a different time, kind of. So we're going to be like ships passing in the night a little bit there. But I'm taking my kids back to where we used to live to visit some friends and do a few things. So that'll be really fun. Other than that, I've just been, I know what also took up my stitching time. I joined a gym, which is great. I needed to. It's a gym that has childcare, so I can go and drop my daughter off and do my exercises. I see a personal trainer there once a week, so I've only been doing it like this is my first week. So, but it's been good to like keep me accountable. Whenever I pick her up though from the little daycare area, she's like, "Mom." She's never been to daycare, so I've probably ruined her by keeping her home, but I think I traumatize her every time. But it's been nice. But that has taken up a lot of time because I have to drive about 40 minutes to get there, and then I'm usually there about an hour or so, and then 40 minutes home. So anyways, we're adjusting to new normals around here, but it's all good things. Also, if you've been following along from the beginning, you know I mentioned that my mom was diagnosed with cancer last year, and she has come back. She's still very, very weak in terms of her recovery. Like her body is very weak, and she has some other things going on. But in terms of her cancer, she had a bone marrow transplant earlier this year, and that has gone super duper well. So that's all good news. So we're just doing good now. Everything is kind of in the uptick for us. I hope it stays that way. And I hope if you are going through anything or having hard times, because aren't we all right now? Our world, our country, everybody is. I hope you can find some solace in stitching or some other crafty thing. Other than that, I haven't really been doing anything. I started watching a new show today called Wayward on Netflix. It's bananas. If anybody's watched it, let me know. It's very interesting. But yeah, that's about it. So again, if I saw you at Harvest Moon Hangout, thank you so much for chatting with me. If you have bought one of my patterns recently, thank you so much for supporting me. I really appreciate it. I always want to support you guys too. So if you have a channel or an Instagram or whatnot, and I'm not already following you, please share it. I would love to keep up with you as well. As always, if you have questions about anything I talked about, my 3 whole things, let me know, and I would be more than happy to help. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful week. I will be back hopefully in the next 2 weeks. Just depends on scheduling. With that trip I have coming up, I'm not really sure how that's going to work out. But maybe I'll do kind of like a road trip style vlog with where I go and whatnot. Oh, and then also today is Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday. We are in September 27th, tomorrow, Saturday. I do have Zoom stitching. So if you want to join me to Zoom stitch, it's from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Daylight Standard Time. And the link is in my description below. You do have to join my free Patreon to get that link. I posted it earlier today. But it is free, so if you want to come Zoom stitch, please feel free to drop in. You don't have to stay the whole time. You don't even have to turn your camera on or talk. You can just hang out. It's really nice. So I enjoy doing that a lot, and I hope I can see some of you guys there. And I will stop talking now. Have a great one. Bye-bye. That's the spin stance moves for sure.
They don't have that clear coat, so I got you a surprise.